Hi everyone. Hello comments. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna answer questions now. So, I have them all here. Starting with Amelia asks me, or Amelia, yeah. What day and color is the smell of Eilish? Fantastic question to start. So the color is essentially the color of the bottle. That's why I wanted the bottle to look like that. It's like this amber, amber kind of dark gold brown color. And the day, I don't usually have like specific, like in whatever my synesthesia is, it's not always like with smells, days aren't always associated, but if I had to say, it would be Monday, just because Mondays have this like gold color to them. I don't know, that sounds very pretentious. Okay, Hallie or Haley, if Eilish was a core memory, what would it be? Ooh. If it was a core memory, what would it be? I would have to say something that has to do with my bedroom as a child. And my childhood doll that I still like cuddle up to and hug to this day, her name was Lily. She's a bunny. And I don't know, the Eilish and this fragrance kind of reminds me of her for some reason, and of my closet when I was a kid that I still have in my room, that my mom used to use, and then I used it, and blah, blah, blah. But also, when I was a kid, we had friends, and at their house always smelled like vanilla, no matter what, and it was always so, like, beautifully decorated, and every holiday it was, like, full out decorated, and I thought it was so cute. And I used to talk about how their house smelled like vanilla all the time, and I would always beg my mom to get lotions and, like, fragrances that smelled like their house, and I think that that's also a memory. Okay, Chris. Can the perfume be worn by boys too? Of course! I love you, Billie, and I hope you come to Romania one day. I hope so too, and I can't wait to when I do. Absolutely it can. It just depends what you like. It is not, it is made for everyone, all kinds of people, all people, whatever you want. It's literally just a, like, preference thing. It's like, if you feel like it, you want to smell like that, then you wear that smell. You know what I'm saying? For years, I'm fussing with my hair so much because I just was literally soaked in rain. But when I was younger, I went through a phase of, like, wearing almost only men's cologne because I just, the scent was stronger and lasted longer, and I thought it was more interesting. And really, like, I think that fragrance doesn't have any gender. I feel like it's just you. It's whatever you want to be. I've always kind of been bothered by the, like, this is women's fragrance, this is men's fragrance. Like, who cares? It's just fragrance. Anyway, how do you feel when you're wearing your own perfume? I feel a lot of things. That was Sweet World O that asked that. I feel a lot of things. I think because, you know, this was a smell that I had in mind since, like 2016, I would say. And I dreamed of it for so long, and then, like, making it, you know, I got the first sample done in, I think, November of 2020. And so every day, I basically had, like, 8 different versions made at first that all were kind of in the realm of what I wanted, and I basically wore each one differently to different things, and I did that for a couple months. And so it smells like that period of time. It smells like kind of the cold air in November, and it smells like being around animals because I was a lot right then, and it smells like being alone also, 'cause, you know, 2020. And it also smells like the summer of last year, and doing the shoot for the fragrance, and it smells like going on trips, and it smells like it also smells like being cozy and warm and close with people, and it smells like the holidays at the same time. I don't know. It smells like a lot of things to me. So, yeah. What song smells like Eilish? Well, I can't smell songs. That is a talent I don't have. I've seen people with that, but I don't think I have that. But I guess like the vibe of a song with Eilish. I want to say Overheated, even though that's not really, doesn't really work. I don't know why that one comes to mind. Listen Before I Go, for sure. Easy. Easy, even though I couldn't think of it at first. Kyra asks, does Eilish have any connections to your childhood / memories? Well, yeah, kind of like what I was saying. It also, I was saying the thing about my closet when I was younger and my doll when I was younger. And another thing is, I had a shirt that was like this sheer black shirt that I would wear. And it was this long sleeve sheer turtleneck. And it was cute. And I would wear it, and I would wear a little, like a bralette that didn't fit me at all underneath. And I remember going to one of my friend's school dances, and I don't know, that shirt smelled like Eilish. And this was like years before. It just like, I don't know, I remember after I wore it that night, there was just this smell that I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I remember deciding I would never wash the shirt again because I was like, this smell is so good. I don't know what it is, but it's so good. So that's one. Kate says, what was your reaction when you first smelled Eilish? I got teary-eyed. I got kind of emotional. It was a scent that I had like been kind of chasing for so long and like dreaming of, and it was just such an amazing moment. It was during COVID, so they sent this like big box of stuff, and it was like, again, 8 different fragrances. They were all samples, and they all had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on them. And then the little like smelling sticks. And then there was papers for each one that said all the notes and everything that had to do with them and blah, blah, blah. And I smelled number 1, and number 1 was Eilish. And I was so happy. It was such an amazing moment. Sar says, who was the first person who smelled the finished scent? I think that it was my mom. Yeah, it was my mom. Jade says, how long did it take to make the scent? It took, how long would you say? From like a year?
Over a year.
Over a year, yeah, for sure over a year. And also, when I was like 14 or 15, I think I was 15, I went with my friend, we went to this like perfume shop, this like perfumer in, I don't know where. You see how bad I needed a trim here? And I basically went in and I was like, I want to create something because I'm dying. I need I need something that feels like this and smells like this and makes you feel like this. And we stayed there for like hours trying to make something that smelled like how I wanted, and it didn't work. We made a cute smell, but it wasn't what I really was thinking of. And so, the beginning of the process with Ulta and Parlux was like, or I guess Parlux was, it was so amazing because they really knew what they were doing. They were like, oh, well, we can do this, and tell us everything about it, and da-da-da-da, and it was really amazing. So the whole process was a long time. It was months and months of talking, and then the first samples were in November of 2020, and then the fragrance didn't come out until, whatever it was. What was it? November 2021. So, yeah. Okay. Billie Eilish perfume fans. Cute. How long did it take to come up with the concept of the bottle, and what was that idea / inspo? Love you. Love you too. Great question. I always have loved just bodies, and I just think they're very beautiful, and I've always kind of admired the human body and the female body and really everybody. But I also have always loved collarbones. I think that they're a really beautiful and, like, I guess, underrated part of the body. And I just think there's so much beauty in collarbones, and there's so much also, like, mystery in them in a way. Like, because if you see somebody's collarbones, you don't know who it is, right? You can't figure out who someone is just based on that. So there's this, like, weird anonymity that I found with it. And also, I was in Germany years and years and years ago, and I was at a truck stop, and I found this little like statue, and I thought it was so pretty. I bought it. It was like $2 or something, but I thought it was so beautiful, and it was just this girl, you know, sitting, and I just thought that her shoulders and her chest looked so beautiful, and I just thought, like, I want to do something with shoulders. And there was also I had a couple other things that were like bodies, and I've always loved bodies, and I have a couple paintings of, like, just bodies in my house and rugs with body. I think bodies are beautiful, and the female body is really gorgeous, and I wanted it to be, like, not hyper, I don't know, out there, but, like, soft, but also, I don't know, but I drew a bunch of different versions. I drew, you know, collarbone, like, how could we do a collarbone thing? And then I told them, and they kind of were like, oh, we could do this and this and this, and we kind of went back and forth with, like, drawings of a collarbone idea, or, like, a shoulder idea, or, like, anyway. Did you wear Eilish to the Oscars / Grammys? I don't think I did. I feel like, I don't know. It's like to me at this point, it's a very specific smell, because I've had so many different memories to it. And with things like that, I like to have, like, a new memory. But I've worn it a bunch, and you got to see me and notice when I'm wearing it or not. That's the fun part. But I wear a lot of different fragrances. So, you know, I might be wearing that one. I might be wearing something else. I changed it up a lot, but yeah. What was the first perfume you fell in love with? Ooh. The first perfume I fell in love with was from CVS, for real, and it was called Hawaiian. Oh my God, what the fuck was it called? I don't remember what it was called, but it was this tiny little bottle in a CVS. It was the one close to my parents' house, and it was just on a little rack with all these others. Oh my God, what the fuck was it called? It was called, like, Hawaiian, I don't remember, but I remember buying it and, like, not really thinking anything of it. I just wanted a perfume, and I hadn't used one ever, and this was when I was a dancer, and I had sprayed it earlier in the day, and I remember being in dance, and we were in ballet, and I was, like, we were at the bar, and I remember thinking, what is that smell? That smells so good. What is that? And I was, like, searching around. I was, like, looking around, like, what the, was that somebody in here? I was kind of, like probably being a weirdo and, like, sniffing people. And I was, like, and it was mine own chest. And it smelled so good. And I was like, oh, my God, that's the fragrance that I put on. And so I used that one up. I used that for so long. And I loved that fragrance. So that was the first one. Chloe says, do you prefer warm scents always, or can you stand more floral and bright scents? It's a good question too. It really depends. I'm not usually a floral fan. I don't love floral for myself. I like it on other people. I feel like I'm not a floral smelling, like I don't want to smell floral in a way. I don't know. But then there's a few floral fragrances that I think are really beautiful. But it really just depends. Like, it depends what notes there are. If it's kind of like a darker floral, then I love it. If it's more of like a powdery floral, I don't love powdery scents that much for myself again. And brighter scents, I mean, I used to love fruity scents a lot when I was younger. Fruity was like the thing that I loved. And it kind of wasn't until I was older that I was like, oh, I actually like the kind of musky, darker amber tones. Caroline says, what was your favorite thing about making your own fragrance? Everything. I loved it so much. I loved it so much. It was such a dream. I've wanted to make a fragrance for my entire life. Not ever thinking it would be a possibility, but it's been such a dream of mine for so long. And literally every meeting, like, I remember saying to them on one meeting, like, I do so many meetings, you guys, and I've never cared about a meeting more than this one. Just so you know, I've never been more excited to hear what people have to say besides this. So yeah. What made you want to start a fragrance line? Always wanted to. I've always wanted to. Yeah, I just, since I was a little kid, I've loved fragrance so much. My dad and I would get the magazine fragrances that you like rip open and smell, and my dad would collect them so that like by the end of the week, when he would get the newspapers and the magazines in the mail, he would collect them. By the end of the week, we would sit together on the couch in the piano room, as we call it. It's just a room with a piano, and we would smell the scents, and we would describe what they smelled like, and like come up with scenarios of like where the smell took place and like what happened during the smell and like what does it smell like, what is it like, what's the surrounding of the smell. And we would look at the models on the pictures and be like, what's that model thinking? And we would always make up things that the model was thinking, like, oh my god, I'm so fucking bored and shit like that. I don't know, it was really funny to me at 5. So if you were to create another perfume, what kind of scent would you go for? Well, I shall do so. And I'm excited. I mean, I have a lot of ideas. I really want to make something that's like, I love pine and woodsy and like I don't know, like just kind of, yeah, like woodsy, I guess, like being in a Christmas tree lot or in like a forest or but then with kind of spicy notes at the same time, like a what would you call it? What's that like spicy nut? Anyway, I don't know. So that, or, I love the smell of rain, and I love kind of metallic smells, if that means anything to you. Iron deficiency. And so yeah. Last question is, will there be other fragrances or products besides Eilish? Yes. There might be some stuff coming this year. Let me just say that. So yeah. I love you guys so much, and this has been very cute. Thank you for bearing with me and my rained on hair and my just self alone. I love you guys so much, and yeah. Thanks for tuning in, and I love you, and I'll see you soon, and go buy Eilish, and yeah. Okay. Love you. Bye.